This realm is... If you ever have...
Take it easy.
The wind knows me.
Fine, go!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Gotcha!
Into the wind! Clouds high, the birds call! The wind knows me. Nowhere to run! Your sins weigh upon your soul! Guilty! Into the wind! One with nature!
Game's up. Time's over. Quietly now.
As one with wind and cloud! Into the wind!
Here comes the catch.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! One with nature!
Gotcha. Quietly now.
Surrender! Wind strike!
Fine, go! Woo!
Into the wind! My judgment has failed.
La la la!
As one with wind and cloud! Surrender!
Rain outlined him.
Judgment is upon you. Their penance is due! Guilty! You stand condemned!
Fine, fine, fine! Think you can get away? Here we go!
Lucky today. Feeling lucky today.
Time for takeoff.
Enshroud! I hear everything!
Magic lamp! Says...
Team, let's end this now!
I'll bury you! Oh, I'll uproot you! Keep up!
Now you're testing my patience.
Well, just like we rehearsed! Breath of the flame! Boom boom!
Where do you think you're going?
Motion to compel! Hold the line! Right now, right here, emerge. I'm always watching. Right now, emerge. Torrent, bring refuge! Yeah! I'm fantastic. My apologies! Sakura swirl!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Whirling snow!
As one with wind and cloud! Nowhere to run! Your sins weigh upon your soul! Guilty! Your penance is due!
Let me weave you a verse. Huh?
Brace yourselves! Here we go! Roar them all up! Think you can get away?
Can't see?
What?
I hear everything!
That's close enough. Another test subject. That tingle?
One with the forest!
One up!
Let's nip that in the bud!
That tingle?
I'll bury you!
Boom boom! Huh. Chia! Fallen Anima! Help! Chia! Incinerate! Inadmissible evidence! Allow me! Right here. Emerge. Right now. Nothing lasts forever. Show them. Right here.
Close enough.
New punch!
Suffocate.
La la la.
Time to go. With nature. The wind knows me.
Jumpy Dumpty go! La la la! Boing boing boom!
Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature. Into the wind.
Take it easy.
Jumpy Dumpty go!
One with nature. Into the wind.
Gotcha. Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Boing boing boom!
As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Busted.
Through me, justice is served. You stand condemned. Their penance is due. Guilty. Their penance is due. Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
Quietly now.
Add Astra. Thank you for complete. Add Astra.
Take it easy.
One with wind and cloud! The wind knows me. Sha! Cha! Sha!
Dumpy Dumpty go!
Gotcha.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! One with nature!
Busted. Take it easy.
As one with wind and cloud, into the wind. Surrender!
Things are about to get dicey.
Gotcha.
The wind knows me. Nowhere to run!
Fine, fine, move!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Into the wind!
Quietly now.
Judgment is upon me. Guilty! You stand condemned! death, a new cycle begins. Nature. Time to go.
Well, here we are again!
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the... Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, we're cheap labor, like livestock. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia.
No, not at all. Besides, we're here to
Yep, we got...
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful. Our mission started the moment we arrived. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe... Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't...
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello.
Anyway, as far as my friends here...
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you seen Engerd?
Of course I have.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation.
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Yep.
Yes, how
We'll need a strategy.
Sounds good to me.
We'll need a strategy.
Take it easy. Are we there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people.
So, you've been watching us from the...
Uh-oh.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you?
So you and Delavar...
Dia, but you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to...
If that's the case, then I'm sure...
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger. You're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow...
Yeah. Gee, what a missed opportunity.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just...
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by...
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following orders. One with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Dumpy Dumpy Go!
The wind knows me.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no... And of course you would believe everything he reported, even though you heard we went to handle monsters together. That so-called flame mane is just a fraud. That's what you thought. And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. Okay.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in our...
No task can be done without preparation.
Oh, but...
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple...
Oh! You mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house?
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Enger and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Enger, the wide-eyed butcher, alcohol has a way of making people share.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find... That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right?
Wait, so he's...
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on...
Wow!
Ah, you're too kind.
So... About how mercenaries own...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia? Do you
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of it. I've begun to realize that but I see through it all.
Dia...
Anyway, looks like we're... This should be all of them.
All right. I'll be in touch.
Candace?
Candace will be okay on her... She's been guarding Aru village for quite...
While I'm questioning...
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, traveler. As for these idiots...
You heard the question.
Candace is an expert at...
This world is...
It's all about you, guys.
Scatter!
Take it easy. Busted.
La la la. Rest and rebuild.
Quietly
Happy to
now.
apply. Jumpy Dumpty go! Woo! La la la! Pew!
Scatter!
Gotcha. Busted. Sounds good to me.
La la la!
chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues. Take it easy.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Into the wind!
Ouch! Jumpy, jumpy, go!
The wind knows me.
Allow me!
Quietly now.
As one with wind and cloud!
Things are about to get dicey.
At the ready. Ta-da!
Gotcha. Treasure. One way.
Into the wind! Time to go!
Woo! Fine, fine, go!
Clouds high, the birds call! One with nature! The wind knows me.
Busted.
Hold the line! Pew!
As one with wind and cloud! Into the wind!
Woo!
The wind knows me.
Quietly now. Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding. Gotcha.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! One with nature! Time to get...
Quietly now.
Into the wind!
Like a lamb to the
Wind knows me.
Fine, fine, go!
Clouds high, the birds call! Into the wind!
Busted!
The wind knows me. Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Yeah.
Allow me!
As one with wind and cloud, one with nature.
La la la. Hold the line. Woo!
Take it easy.
Hey, Dia!
Right on time.
Paimon's been one.
We've known each other for some time.
Oh, Paimon knows what.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. Us mercs, on the other hand?
Well, Paimon thinks.
Really?
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh,
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
let's move out. I want to be like Dia.
Wind Strider!
Candace, we're... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I?
Oh, there's no mask that can...
Perhaps I need to work. Still, it's perfectly
Yes, please.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here to...
Mercy!
You've made your...
We may both be desert dwellers, but the people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. A war would only cause us to lose...
I'll tell you everything.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with... Some mystery man told us that mad scholars...
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the... You gotta believe me, please.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would... that guy...
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia. Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought, but what could they want with the village?
People are nothing but tools in the... Regardless.
You're right.
It's time to go. Let's leave the village.
Yes.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radical.
All right.
Let's meet back here.
What scheme is the academia brewing now?
You look worried. Thinking...
Yes.
You have a strong sense of belonging.
Dia, don't say that.
Thanks.
Let's get some food in us and... Where'd you come...
Well, as you can see, I am...
You were gone for ages! Hey, what's with the side...
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you, there's just nothing super obvious to pick with...
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. Anyway, you...
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything. Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to...
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village.
Yeah, you're all...
While you were investigating...
Really?
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no... Not to mention that going separate ways...
Huh? Right here?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone.
What is that?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're... In other words, do you truly believe every single...
You mean...
Hiding the truth does not necessarily... Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily... By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. Glad you're following. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was conscious... The reason being, to someone...
Those eyes.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's...
Right.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village.
I think it's been a few days,
Remember?
but honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected... By getting involved with an outsider, she...
I'll pass on. You said that she is afraid of...
We're on it!
Miss Shawnee,
Mr. Alhaitham,
Huh?
go ahead and talk to her. Go on. Earn her...
Is it really that simple?
may I call you... hi, Travel. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends, That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have Traveler. Do you believe our lives will keep?
Yeah, but even so, we have friends in Sumeru, and
My apologies for posing my.
I'll told that.
The fact is that only one side of my family is. Some believe in the Dendro Archon.
Speaking of which, the radicals met.
Yeah, slowly. I just stopped talking to people, and then it happened. The village keepers.
You can tell them.
Alright. I actually have a sharper. Perhaps. It used to be louder and more frequent.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. But, because we're in the middle of a death.
There's really nothing around these.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar.
Yeah!
Quiet me!
Fine, go!
Into the wind! Following orders. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night! The wind knows me. A fateful offering.
It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Into the wind! One with nature!
Dumpty Dumpty come!
As one with wind and cloud! Into the wind! The wind knows me.
Gotcha.
Clouds high. The birds call into the wind.
Rest and rebuild! Jumpy dumpy!
One with nature.
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected. super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, something like that. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look. Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
Okay, sure.
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its
So...
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey! Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, is that Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated? Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below. Something is off about the interior here. As I thought.
Whoa. It's like they tucked another hospital. Oh, it looks like there are other mech.
Take it easy.
fallen leaves, adorn my night! The wind knows me.
Dumpy, dumpy, go! Go! I'm hurt pretty bad.
Into the wind.
Fine, fine, fine!
As one with wind and cloud, one with nature.
Just like we rehearsed. Hi!
Busted.
Time to go.
Ta-ta-ta! La-la-la! Look! There's someone over... Good idea. Let's approach...
Wait. You're...
He can't speak. Also, what...
Didn't expect to see him.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academy.
He's a scholar too?
No. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a...
Loaded.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your memory. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh! Now that you mention...
Correct. The academia... It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in, as well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends. This scheme has won for life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King. Many would give everything they have, even if complications arise. People will see that those involved, the notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds.
Oh, that makes a lot of... But there's still one very important question.
Throughout this process, first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, an exile is still patently a living, breathing... If you can't find someone, you have no way of...
Resource?
One possibility is that the information...
Extracted?
With the technology of the Sumeru, perhaps the process caused them great suffering.
So, the human brain...
I'm the academia scribe Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps His curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a li-
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The academia is going out of their way to look for I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the
You mean you're not even slightly—
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects.
Sounds like you're really against—
Of course. The academia, whether it be academics or knowledge, everything this matter needs to be—
Wait!
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well.
Probably not.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The Divine Knowledge Capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while.
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person. He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after we
Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
We're back!
You must be tired.
What's the situation? Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather.
So, at one point in time,
Yep, pretty much.
their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village.
We may have a mole, and one of us could be secretly revealed.
Huh? Are our friends?
Looks like none of you have realized. We're in Sino.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next word.
It is simply a logical
So what you're saying? Interesting.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you... As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. But simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to if you want to raise a vicious wolf.
The Academia?
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have every so often comes on Yagarbaha Day. On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its content...
You're saying that the Academia entered my information, but what's the point in doing that?
The Akasha is capable of... The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered.
It predicted...
The Academia has been
So that's how it is. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. Sino, don't take it to heart.
They escaped.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements...
Whoa, you bounced.
There is always an opportunity.
Oh, so that's how... If the Academia is trying... Yep.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! Please, wait! I want to go... I want to find Grandpa...
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's... Paimon feels like...
I'll be awaiting your...
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand. Is that because you play here a lot? Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay.
These are likely fragments of an academe. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have... Let's split up and search the area.
Is this what we're searching for?
This is definitely a device.
How did it end up buried in the sand? They must have been attacked along the...
Wait, what? Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be...
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration.
We should be able to catch...
One more thing. Given that the device had been I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring. But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too? Ugh, of course it is!
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our...
Dia? Why would you... Dia! Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well...
This complicated...
You've betrayed Aru Village?
So, this Dia, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with...
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Rama.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of...
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone.
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King.
It's not too late yet. The village
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. With these scholars in our custody,
Ridiculous. Think about it. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're...
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Why, what filthy traitors.
It's impossible, perhaps.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand...
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you...
Precisely.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck. However, I'm not trying to persuade...
You are the scribe.
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same...
You academia scum.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said? You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't...
We've known each other for...
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their... Come on, Raman.
And what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're
You're not wrong, but this...
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Rama...
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go...
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia! Run!
Stop!
What's wrong?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting up... You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now.
Phew. I was really counting on...
Dia! That was
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal if it came down to it.
I don't doubt it, Sino. Even if we got rid of one bunch of...
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find...
Whatever it takes? You just...
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a...
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving.
Follow the wind. Into the wind.